obviously, for those of you that didn't see, I did decide to pretty much terminate. There's a little bit of nuance in it, but terminate the Romeo and Juliet tier, which was the OST listening tier. Of course, Acadian, thank you again for being so chill. I was nervous. And of course to Vondior, who's not here, but Vondior is Vondior's cousin who was paying for that tier. There will be still still 2 of those a month because of the higher tier, and Hydra, who's already paid for the year. So it's we'll get that's a back end thing. But I realized that I wasn't able to sustain it, and also I got to be honest, it's tough when you listen to something for an extended period of time. It's really hard to then context switch. So it's kind of like those streams would then sort of inadvertently take away from the rest of the day or the things that I would like to do. So I kind of was like, I was talking with my therapist about it, and I was like, man, I feel bad. I don't want to do this, but like, I also feel like I'm getting a little bit cooked, and I'm burning out a little bit just because I have this thing I have to do. And like the Friday streams are like one of my favorite days of the week because we're just chilling. You know, I get to talk about stuff. If I don't like something, I explain it. It's so, I don't know. I felt, I didn't mean to do it suddenly, but thank you to the guys that were a part about it and part of it and whatever. So the big OST listens that we've been doing every week are going to be like 2 a month, and they'll be more spread out. The other thing I wanted to let you guys know about is more non-gamers. More non-gamer stuff. We're going to be doing more non-gamer videos. Hopefully that's good. I have this fear in me that people will get tired of those, but frankly, I'm not sure that's the case because I think people like those. So we're going to be upping those a bit. There's a whole like plan in place, to kind of, they're not going to be like the main thing of the channel, but they're going to kind of be buoying the channel a bit more. No, I won't get tired of them because they're always new people. I think the only thing I would ever get tired about is just like the song selections. So I can already hear the whoa, these are all songs that no one knows, or these are too popular. Like I can already hear the sort of comments in the back of my head, but I'm going to just keep doing my thing and pulling out stuff, and, you know, lots of repeats, of course, but then also some new stuff and maybe some older stuff. And, you know, who knows? So I'm excited. The conversations are really fun because there's always more to talk about with people, and everyone's different. And that's the exciting part. I actually have a list here of people I'm going to reach out to next week. And it's huge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 45, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 60, 61, 62, 63. Then that, so it was about 70 to 100 people. And it's going to be really cool. And I actually think it would be pretty neat. I'm actually kind of curious to see if we can't even go further and invite celebrities and invite, you know, what kind of a non-gamer, you know what I mean? Like I think it's a great thing. I'm so glad I figured it out. You know, I want to get my mom on the channel if she'll want to. You know, the world is our oyster. So I'm kind of excited about it. So I should invite Timothy Chalamet. Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't think people listen. I mean, like, you know, look, Iron Pineapple, a few other people, they do basically the same video all the time, and people always turn up. So I know that I've kind of struck gold with the non-gamer series, and it's fun, and everyone seems to like it, and I like it because it's a conversation about music. Yeah, Poison. Yeah, of course. Marco was also a guest on the Jesse Cox and Dodger podcast last week, which is why we didn't have we didn't have our stream last Friday because I was on the podcast with Jesse and Dodger for what's that show called? Geekenders. So that was really cool. You know, but I have big aspirations. I have big dreams. I'd love to get what's his name from Sonic, Ben Schwartz. You know, I'd love to get Camille Nanjiani and like random shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just cool. Like the sky's the limit. And I don't mind being the guy who carries the torch of like getting as many people to listen to video game music as possible, right? Like that's a pretty honorary opportunity. So I take that in stride, and I'm very happy about that. So in any case, so that for those of you that care about that, which you do because you're here, I'm definitely planning on doing more of the non-gamer series. My buddy Alexander Gelf, who has voiced a bunch of characters in video games, she doesn't know anything about video games, but even though she's a voice actor. So I think that'll be really fun too. But yeah, so that's the game plan moving forward. We're still going to be doing other stuff, of course. We're back to doing reactions as well. Yo Ma, dude, but that would actually be fucking amazing. Are you kidding? And also, it'll be fun for me because it's kind of like I have to push past my own boundaries. Geekend show was so good, and how star giddy when you at first hand out. Oh, thank you. Why not get Amanda on? Just listen to some OSTs. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it. You're going to the Metaphor Orchestral concert in London? Oh my God, that's cool. Music trade videos with other VGM YouTubers, definitely on the list. Yeah, of things I want to do. So I don't know, things are fine. Yeah, but anyway, that's enough yapping, I think. That's enough yapping. And thank you. I wasn't seeking any like reassurance or support or anything like that. I just, I really, I think those of you that, you guys, obviously you don't know me because of the parasocial balances and this, the current of the stream and whatever. But like, I mean, I have boundaries, but like pretty much what you see is what you get with me. And so when I do see my name dragged under the mud, it does bother me a little bit just because I just think it's not right. And that's not who I am. But it's true what Fjord said earlier. The people that actually need to hear that are never going to watch a stream anyway, so who gives a shit? So yeah. I might stream Limbus Company again, now that I've watched Evangelion and people are saying that the themes are sort of similar. I'm kind of like, really? With that, we're going to be going down this list of songs for today. Today we've got The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky, SC Evolution. I've heard some of Lena Raine's Celeste, yeah. Tokyo Xanadu, Fire Emblem Fates, Pac-Man World 2, Pac-Man World 2 Repack, Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, Octopath Traveler, Ace Combat X, Skies of Deception, Overwatch, No Longer 2, Memento Mori, Mad Rat Dead. What the fuck is that? Sonic Racing Crossworlds, happy to have that. Oh, the My World track, cool, I haven't seen that. Shadow Hearts, wow, Shadow Hearts Covenant, okay. Remember the Honkai Third? Yeah, I do. Metroid, Other M, Desert Child, or Demon Tides. I think we'll do Demon Tides. And the Banner Saga 2. So that's the plan for today. You guys strap in. Feel free to stick around and do other stuff, of course. Whatever you want to do, I will be here talking through music. You watched that video across. That's so funny. I presume the chat you had someone a few... Presume the chat you had with someone a few weeks ago will go live. Ah, yes. The video with Jacksepticeye should be going live next week. That's going to be a super cool video. I wonder how it will do. I wonder, like... I mean, I'm really intrigued because, like, Jack has such a crazy reach. And... that was something my strategist said, He was like, I think it's cool that you can like become the guy that does these chats with people. And like, it's like, what's it called? First We Feast, Hot Ones. Like, I think all of us kind of feel, those of us that have watched Hot Ones and enjoy Hot Ones, like we know that, oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. Sean Evans. Like he's just so cool. You know what I mean? Like he's dope. I should reach out to him. Maybe we do a Hot Ones video game challenge. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, he's not I think my fear of doing too much with other people was that it would muddy like my identity within the channel. And this is the kind of shit I think about every day. So sorry. This is but like, let me have my therapy, okay? But it's, I think it's true. 6 days. Yep. So Jacksepticeye episode will go live in 6 days. And I know. You know what's fucked up?
Hey Marco, I
yes.
know you've listened to some of the Binding of Isaac songs before. Have you ever reacted to Lament of the Angel from the OG?
No.
Feel like your background could provide a cool perspective.
That's cool. Cool. I like the Binding of Isaac OST a lot. Lament of the Angel. Cool. You can't wait for the Jacksepticeye episode? It was very good. It was very good. We had a really good time. It will be live next week. But I'm curious to see, like, I feel like any video that Jacksepticeye touches, like anything he does, it like 400,000 views, you know? 1 million views. It's crazy. It's crazy to me that like PewDiePie, obviously Markiplier, God, there's so many of those, the old heads. And I didn't. It's crazy how like there's like a very small pocket of creators that struck kind of like gold on accident or on purpose. And it happened, and they just like, Mr. Beast, yeah, like they kind of just were doing the thing, and then it did the thing, And it's crazy because for most people that's not the case, but for just this like very pocket select few, I mean, isn't what Vine Sauce would be another one? This is crazy. It's just crazy how these guys just like, I don't know, dude. I mean, I emailed Northern Lion. This is probably not great email, but I like gave him my spiel, and then I was like, by the way, we're both bald. Probably not the best intro. But like, how does that man have 13,000 people watching him on stream while playing like the most random indie games? You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. And I don't say that like out of jealousy, but I say that out of like what the fuck? Like, how's that happen? You know what I mean? It's just crazy. It's just crazy to me. YouTube's a weird place. That's why everybody should do a video. Everybody should start a YouTube channel. You never know. I'd love to be in the library of Letourneau. Hi, Sombra. It's just not me though, Mage. That's just not who I am. You know what I mean? I've emailed Charlie, I think at this point 4 or 5 times. I think that's a done deal. I've also emailed Max Dude a bunch, and I think that's a done deal too, including his manager, who did get back to me, but then I actually need to follow up. I think it'll eventually happen. Max is just not a collabor per se, so like it's like a special circumstance. I know he would have a good time. I know we would have a good time if he was on the channel, if we did a video together. But it's just hard, these guys, they're all so fucking busy. Max is a dad, like, everyone's busy. Sajam, I think I've emailed him. I should do that. All right, let's get into it. That's enough yapping for today. So the plan, as always, is, Max is super busy. The plan, as always, Michael Bryan? Yes? Question mark? The plan, as always, is to listen through the tracks. This upper tier will be sort of stopping and starting as we go. Not crazy. If anything really sticks out, I'll definitely raise my hand and give some commentary. Yeah, Juan. I need to just, the email needs to be, let's listen to Killer Instinct. That's the title of the thumbnail, or the title of the email. All right, Silver Will Golden Wings. I've heard this before. Opening theme of the game from, oh, of course I have, because I've played SC. What's Evolution though? Oh, the remake. Did we really just talk for 45 minutes straight? Damn. I guess that's just what happens, huh? You kind of get settled, you get settled in. Damn, we just talked for fucking 45 minutes. Fuck. I don't know, man. I gotta be honest. Kind of the perfect person for this job, you know? Like, I could talk for an hour to myself. Marco, you usually talk that long before Patreon stage? I do? Do I really? Damn. Bro, we could be out of here in like 2 hours. Instead, I'm in here like fucking trying to have a good time with you guys, yapping away. Damn, that's fucked up. Bro, this is Friday, bro. We could be up and at 'em. I didn't realize I talked so much. Oh, Justin Wong. No, actually, he actually had said yes, and then we never scheduled. So sometimes I almost talk for 2 hours before starting the stream. Really? Damn, bro. That's fucked up. I really like talking. I really like talking. I always schedule these things to allow Marco's soapbox talk. We need to figure out who's going to figure out how we're going to coordinate next month's schedule since you're going to be away. Mark Holomew. Hey, Silverhawk. Yeah, so Fridays are for Patreon, and Fridays are for Fridays are for listening to music and specifically from the Patreon live streams. Now, the second Wednesday of every month, so next Wednesday will be a community listening stream. So if you wanted to come back to and have like your music on a list, and hopefully it gets listened to, because then I spin a wheel. It's all random, so I have no culpability if songs don't get picked. You could do that, or you join the Patreon. Which, by the way, I'll be uploading episodes, I think it's like, what, 13, 14 of Evangelion. I've not watched the Rebirth films. I'm going to give myself a little bit of time, circle back to them. Where on the Patreon can I make my suggestions? So there's a list, and it'll just get added to the bottom of the list. Okay. So a couple thoughts right off the bat. So now I really like this sound. I love the momentum in it. I love the fiddle aspects. What's the, is the fiddle versus violin? If I recall, the fiddle and the violin are the same thing. They're just named different. Yeah. A violin and a fiddle are the same 4-string instrument generally played with a bow. They are identical in their physical appearance. What distinguishes a violin from a fiddle is the style of music that is played on the instrument. It's all how you play it. The term violin is most often associated with classical music, orchestra, symphonies, and chamber music, while fiddle, in contrast, is associated with a wide variety of musically styles like Cajun, bluegrass, folk, and country. There's also obviously it's also played slightly differently. One difference has come fiddle string. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So one difference that has come about due to the introduction of the 5-stringed fiddle, which has an added lower 5th C string, preferential G strings. Many electric violins are also called electric fiddles. So there's a little bit of like blurring of the lines, but in general, like really classical violinists are very precise in how they play a piece. There is no deviation from the music as it was written. It's more technical. Of course, fiddlers, on the other hand, have much more freedom in how they interpret a piece of music. So it's interesting because this particular track from Sora no Kiseki SC kind of leans into the sort of the middle to my ear between the violin and the fiddle. So there's this like freedom in it. There's a real like sense of like climbing, climbing up the wall, right? And like really like flying through the air and embracing change and embracing who you are and so on and so forth. And so there's this, it's not rigid in the same way that classical is. You know what I mean? So it's cool. Oh. I also like the doubling. Isn't that cool? So you have the chords, ba-dam, bam, ba-dam, ba-dam, da. So, ma-ka-da, da-ga-da-ga-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? So there's the piano is supporting and accompanying, even though it has that kind of fast momentum and there's all this like, orchestra and guitars and stuff over top. They are parallel like this, which is really fun. Wow. Shanta. Hey, Amy. Hey, Fango. What's up, man? Okay, what's this B section gonna look like? I like how that was like a very clean end to ba ba ti ba 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 ti da da ti, right? And then we kick in, you know what I mean? Hey, Supernova, what's up? How are you? I gotta tell you, I really love these Friday streams, and I love what I love the most is I love seeing folks that I see a lot, and I also love seeing new names too. Like it's such a fun, it's just so fun, you know what I mean? I just love seeing it's just so fun to interact with people that are around a lot and that plus with like new names that are like, hello, it's my first time here or whatever. Like there's just such it's so like excellent, you know? It's just cool, you know? It's just awesome, you know? It's just like it's the times when I feel most proud about what I've done, I would say. I went through it this week, honestly. My mental health was kind of in the gutter this week a little bit. Just thinking about like life and purpose and all that other stuff, right? Which is normal. And trying to think less, to be honest. I love thinking as much as I love talking. And I just love seeing, like, Supernova just came in. I don't know Supernova. Supernova doesn't know me. But like, I'm on YouTube, I'm on the screen. Supernova takes time out of there, and obviously this goes for many of you. You know, it's just so nice at whatever time it is in your time zone to just be like, oh, Marco's live. Let me go watch and listen to music. Like that's so cool to me, and this is great. And God, so many of you have been part of the Patreon for years now. You know, Luna's been here 2 years. Redcar's been here 2 years. Crammon's been here two and a half. Like it's just crazy how like Lenny's been here like 4 years. You know, Tsuki, my mod, has been here since like week 3. I don't know. Just those kinds of things. That's just really nice. And then when someone new comes in and they've never been in a stream before, and then like let's say they like the vibe, right? Like what a wonderful feeling, you know, of like having someone like pop in for the first time. They could go anywhere. You know, the stream world is so big. I can never sit in a stream the whole time, not ever. But the fact that people are like, oh, what's this? And then they come in and they're like, oh, wow, the vibes are great. Oh, this is so nice. You know, this is cool. It's all good. And that's also why, wow, that's right, Salem. Years well spent. That's right, Key. But that's also the cool part is that like, you know, I don't know. Yeah, I did a lot of thinking this week. I realize that my why changes a lot, and I think any why is valid. Some people's why is to make as much money as possible. Now, certainly, I'm not opposed to that. I think we're all like, yeah, I love money. You know, money's great, but I also think there's also, you know, why is about passion and about sharing, which is why those non-gamer videos are so successful, right? It's like the sharing of something and wondering if people will like it, what will people say, you know? That's why reactions in general can be really, really positive, especially with popular stuff, because it's like, you know, ooh, are they going to like the song I like? Or I want to hear someone talk about the song I like. Like that's one of the corners of why it's so cool. Like, I don't know. It's just the whole social media doesn't have to be bad, because it can be a real connector, even if you don't necessarily like know people, right? Because of the boundaries and stuff. Like there's a lot of beautiful stuff, you know, about, I don't know. You know what I mean? Just the internet. The internet can be a beautiful place. It can also be a terrible place, but that's life. You know what I mean? That's life. And I love streaming at this Sky. Like, I don't think I would enjoy streaming prime time. You know, I like stream. Well, it is prime time for Europe, but I would much rather stream this time than, you know, I like treating it like a part of my work day. You know what I mean? Like, I get to come to work and sit down and start my day and hopefully shower. And anyway, I'm really feeling chatty today, guys. Today might be a good one for shorts. We'll see what happens. Wow. I love this whisper when we pull back like this. It's, you know, it's interesting because I will say ba-dee ba-bee da da ba ba bee ba-dee ba-bee da 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 dee da ba-dee ba-bee da da. Like, that's fine. It's a little bit no. But then this part is actually really introspective and really nice, you know? I love this because it takes the motif and the violin. I actually love this back half. This back half is like, okay, if I just believe in myself, if I just focus up on my dream, I can launch to a whole new dimension, you know? Wow, that's cool. The harmony's nice too. You know, it's interesting because the harmony of the violins coupled with the vocals and the launching, there's a lot of launching in this song. Now, obviously, Silver Will Golden Wings, if I recall, for those of you that are trails experts will know this more than I do. But there is, you know, whether this is the opening or if it's the opening. I'm sorry, it literally says opening theme of the game, and so that's the launching off point, you know, and especially when you consider everything that happened in Trails in the Sky FC, which, by the way, I really want to stream first at some point. It's only like 40 hours. I think I could do it. I know that so on Patreon and in the Discord, I had a poll, and Ocarina of Time won. So that is technically the next stream game, and then actually the one after that was Pokemon Black, which is really funny. Next time I'll make a multiple choice for those of you that are, are interested in multiple choice. Sorry about that. Oh, by the way, Pokopia is the best Pokemon game I've played since Pokemon Red. That's a bold statement. Pokopia is a delight. Holy shit. That is my new cozy, I'm laying in bed. Oh my god, bro. Pokopia is a delight. Easily one of the best Pokemon games I've ever played. And I haven't played a lot of them. So when I say, as you know, compared to Pokemon Red, that's because I don't have any other frame of reference. It's just nice, dude. I really can't recommend it enough. It's cozy. I couldn't stop today. I played it this morning. Bro, I could not stop. My battery died on the Switch too, or my charge died, which is why my battery, which is why I didn't keep playing. I would have played until 10:45. So much fun. So much fun. It's very, very quirky. It's weird. It's just, you know what, also too, I'm playing a game right now. Nope, can't talk about that. Sorry, my bad. Reasonable. All right, Tokyo Xanadu. This game has you experiencing school life and fighting monsters in the dungeon in another world. Naturally. Developer is Falcom. It's the Animal Crossing one, yeah. It's really charming. Really charming. If you've got the time, Monster Hunter Stories, I'll talk to you later. Seize the Day. Damn. Same vibes. It's interesting that this is actually very, very similar to what we just listened to. It's a little different, but obviously the instrumentation's different. It's a little bit heavier. It's a little bit more pressed, a little bit more, obviously has a little bit more bite to it, but that's because the setting is different, right? But like overall, like it's the same kind of like get out there and get it. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what happens. You can do it. Like those are the themes. Oh, by the way, Reaper, sorry. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday tomorrow. All right, let's keep going. Only games. like the sharpness. So the previous part right where we stopped was really exciting because everything was really sharp and really strong. And it's interesting how like there's a determination that kind of comes through to me in each of these pieces, right? Like there's a sound in that of ba beep ba beep ba 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 ba. That kind of rhythmic thing is so like it hits you over the head with this kind of like, I am capable of anything if I just set my mind. It's it's very like Magic School Bus, like that sounds like I'm diminishing it, which I'm not. But it's like okay, you know, pull up. Bonjour France. I'll be in you in a couple months. Bonjour France. Je suis tellement contente pour visiter la France une autre fois. Ils ont 4 ans que je ne suis à la France. Je suis tellement content pour avoir mon bon retourné à la français, à la France. À la France dans sa vie, je suis tellement content pour retourner à la France. Anyway, yeah, so I really like how this sharp rhythm is really, really powerful, and it really gets you going to, you know, to the emphasis and to the feeling of like, okay, I have to take action, you know, I have to double down, and we get that through that rhythm, right, and through that emphasis, because also the balance between legato and the balance between legato and staccato, you know, staccare is to be separate in Italian, and legato is to be connected. Legato is tied, right? Or to tie. So that push and pull there of the two is really important. It's so heavy though. Bow bow. Wow. Cool. I have a little meatball mask. Wait, what? I wasn't crazy about the singing there. It was a little bit too pointed for my taste. And all of it, because of how pronounced it was, I definitely, obviously, we're, not inadvertently comparing two Falcom tracks back to back. I definitely feel like the Legend of Heroes track was a little bit more my taste. I did like the emphasis and the gumption, but it ended up feeling kind of, by the end of it, it felt a little redundant, like I heard it a lot, but it's cool, Wait, Jelly, what do you mean I have a little meatball Ike? Oh, on Twitch. Yes. Does it have a name? VB, what's the name? Schlorpy? That's right. I forgot that I had that on Twitch. Yeah, I like that emoji. By the way, I haven't seen anybody use their new emojis. There's lots of bald emojis now. Hey, Zap, what's up? Welcome in. Happy work from home. Listen to Marco Meatball. Dusk Falls, Calm Fire. This is from Fire Emblem Fates. I've been itching to play Fire Emblem Awakening this year. I actually really want to this year. I really want to play this. Loving the Evo reactions. Oh man, thanks. I'm so glad you're liking it. Yeah, man. Oh, dude. I say man, just broadly. I have been loving. You know what? I've enjoyed watching Eva so much that I'm actively, not the whole thing, but I'm actively watching my own reactions to it. That's how much I like Eva, dude. Well, but look at my shirt. Hell yeah, brother. I still can't get over this thing. I still can't get over how beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this damn thing. This thing is so fucking beautiful. I can't get over this thing, man. I cannot get over how gorgeous this is. Look at this. Straight from Japan. It's fucking beautiful. Straight from Japan. Imported on eBay. It was only like $130 only. I mean, $130 for a $130 for such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 30th anniversary figure. Look at the detail too. Like, it's really something, bro. It's really something. Reminiscing on my hair. That's so funny. I don't ever miss my hair anymore. I should watch it in English. Oh, that's a cool idea. I did that with a little bit of free run with my wife. She doesn't really like anime, so we didn't. It's a beautiful anime. It's such a beautiful anime. I started Cowboy Bebop on Monday, so I'm really curious about that. I got to tell you, I've been listening to the Seatbelts in prep for it. Dude, I wish I could play that right now because I absolutely am vibing with the Seatbelts so much. It is so good. I mean, Tank is, of course, like a classic, right? But there's a couple tracks that I've been listening to from the Seatbelts discography that is so good. Oh my God. So good. I haven't watched them yet. I haven't watched the I think I'll probably film my reactions to those. The rebirths. Is that what they're called? The whatever. I definitely want to see them. Yeah. If you haven't watched my review of Evangelion, it's on my anime channel, by the way. Worth a watch. Bob really edited the crap out of it. Rebuild, thank you. Bebop has to be seen in English. That's the plan. All right, Fire Emblem Fates. But yeah, I would like to play Fire Emblem Awakening. Probably not on stream, but I think this year I'm going to add it to my list. So far this year, I've finished Twilight Princess, Minish Cap, Super Mario Galaxy, we'll count Wuthering Waves, Kena Bridge of Spirits, Halo 2, Super Mario 3D Land, and Resident Evil Requiem. I'm working on one game I can't talk about publicly yet. I put down Ys 10. I saw it mentioned in chat. You know, I was kind of disappointed with Ys 10. I like it, but it feels really shallow. It doesn't feel, it doesn't have any, like, I just don't take it very seriously. Which is kind of a bummer. I know Princess Tutu's on my list. Like, because it's interesting, because then I started up Ys 3, what's it called? Felghana. And Felghana, the remake, and Felghana, instantly you're thrust into like a scenario. You know what I mean? And it feels really tense. But Ys 10, it's different than, it's definitely not as good as Ys 8. And I think my favorite is probably at this point is probably East 9. I love East 9's aesthetic and characters and the powers and the abilities, and yeah, Felghana is really good. Oath and Felghana, yeah, that's it. The opening theme of Felghana is amazing. I was really impressed with Felghana, and I like it even in the first 25-30 minutes. I like it much more than East 10. Not to say, I mean, I want East to be good, right? But yeah, it also just felt, everything I was doing was like, well, I'd rather just go play a game that actually feels more meaningful than this. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how I came away. And I played East 10 for 11 hours. Did I? Was it 11 hours? I'm in a yappy mood today, guys, by the way. I'm so sorry. We're obviously going to get to everything, but just bear with me. East 10 Proud Nordics. Yeah, 10 hours exactly. It's not to say that I don't like it, but it just doesn't scratch the itch. I think I'm at an age where like I can't, and I think that was my problem with Dragon Quest 7. Although I think Dragon Quest 7 actually might have more depth than East 10 does in terms of its story. Just because of the characterization. But I mean, I like the characters. I love Adol, you know. I'm a big East guy, but I really like the series, but it's just not hitting the way I wanted it to, which is too bad. Yeah. Anyway, okay, back in we go. So Fire Emblem Fates. This is the calm and roar version together of Dusk Falls. This track loops since I couldn't find an official OST playlist of the game. That's fine. Did I drop Xenoblade? No, it's just always on the back burner. It's there. It's waiting for me. And I think about it like every day. But Monster Hunter Stories 3, gorgeous. You know, like I can't wait to play that. You know what I mean? Like there's so much stuff that I need to play that feels more important to me, even though like I know Xenoblade is important. I know I'm gonna like it. I just can't lock in yet. All right. Oh, we've heard this before. Oh, I love this song. No, wait, no, we haven't. Sorry. Hold on now. You almost felt about RDR 2? What do you mean? What's up, Supernova? You think RDR 2 is shallow, Poison Zero? Like how I'm looking at chat with like... I looked at myself looking at chat. I'm like, oh, on the back burner. Yeah, that's fair. That one's a big one. It's a big one. I was like, explain. Like one of my favorite games of all time. Wow. You know, I'm really appreciating this particular version. How much there's a grace in it. You know, so it has a pretty nice tempo pace. Right, like that. That is really nice. It feels very much like it's almost like it's not a pastoral in like the classical sense where it feels very like, oh, the sheep or but it feels like a bright grassy area. Like everything feels very positive and very warm. There's an inevitable feeling of like walking and like going from point A to point B, and there's a real sense in it of enthusiasm. Sharim Supernova, the only tier that we have that now is it would be Fanchulo del West, and it's capped at like I'm really that's the highest tier, but I've actually gotten rid of the OST tier recently this week, just because it was becoming a little bit too much to manage. So I think it'll be like a very, very, very extreme case by case scenario, but most likely just not something that I do very much anymore. Just because of the time commitment. So yeah, I would say Fanchula tier is probably the only tier, but even then it would be better. It'd be better spent, I think, like, I don't know. I hesitate to be like, do this with your money, but it would be better to do like the Tosca tier and then just sort of like over time. It's totally up to you though, if that makes sense. Anyway. Also, yeah, and I think the reason why I was saying it's like a pastoral, I think the reason why I also was suggesting it was a pastoral was because of the sort of bagpipe. You know what it really feels like? It really feels like the countryside of like Scotland or something, or like it's got a Celtic energy, so like a Irish, the cliffs of Moher or whatever. Like there's a sort of like it's quiet, and there's like this like real brilliance in it, like I think part of that's because like the hurdy-gurdy / bagpipe / like there's whatever the instruments are, like there's this natural ebb and flow to it of like the pasture, and the greenery, and there's a quiet brilliance about it, and I love that. What's up, Jam? Wow. 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 I love that, actually. I love how basically the fire, first of all, the smoothness in this particular map theme mixed version that we have here is really neat, because you kind of get the sharper sense without like entering into a battle. So it's cool because we have this big just, it's really like turning the knob, right? And we turn the knob and we go and all of a sudden we're in it, right? And I love that. I love the fact that there's this thumb shagada dum, right? Like all of a sudden we just dial up it's really the percussion bass that kind of raises it, and it's just fun. See how it's like. Isn't it cool? It's so cool because then also the strings are lifted, you know what I mean? The whole thing is sort of like everything just gets elevated, and I love that feeling because it really feels like it's like on the hill, fuck. You know what I mean? I can most assuredly assure you that you will most likely you would not like Fate's story, but the OST slaps. Yeah, more of this. If this was Patella, more of this, please. Because we've heard Dark Wastes before. We heard this one before. Yeah. See, that's dope. Like, the sort of like the... right? Which one was the one with the water? I really like the water one. Road Taken, you suggested? Hold on. Hey, McMarty, McCarty. Road Taken isn't the water one. Road Taken. Have I? You know what's crazy is that I don't have I have the memory of a gerbil. I don't know how I used to memorize operas. Oh, never mind. We've already had this conversation before. See, I remember that. I think it was someone was like, "Well, hyperfocus." That's exactly right. I also think it's weird that we can get mental disorders later in life. Like, I didn't realize that ADHD could happen later, you know? Yeah, please do. Inky's Blade-O-Matic from Pac-Man World 2. The boss team against the Blue Ghost Inky in his mech. What the fuck? You used to remember full marimba solos? Dude, not only that, but you're also like, so I mean, I can fine tune and like squeeze and like figure out like, you know, this whole apparatus in here. But like on the marimba, you know, do you guys know about the marimba? I mean, randoms here knows more about it than I do, but it's cool because the marimba, you put this is why I love going to like a school that all of the musicians were in the same place, because I got to meet and interact with a lot of dope musicians. But you put the mallets like in here, like in between, and or I just had ADHD the whole time and I didn't know. You put the mallets like in the cracks of your knuckles, and you like do the it's fucking crazy. Fucking 4 mallet grip, the Stevens grip. That's right. I didn't know that was its name. Yeah, but it's crazy because you it just seems so impractical. But how else are you gonna hold 2 mallets in one hand? Because you know they're not big, but they're certainly not small. And you kind of there's a couple. There was a composer who passed away. It wasn't like necessarily like a big time composer, but someone whose music was important to somebody that I went to, that was a teacher at the grad school I was at, and they did a Macbeth marimba and tenor duet. And I remember I was studying it to perform. I don't know why it didn't happen, but tenor and marimba, that never happens. But there was a lot of solo marimba work that this person had composed. I don't remember his name, which sucks. But yeah, pretty cool. Marimba's beautiful. You know, I should really sit down. You know what I should do? I wish I had time to just go through every single sound of the instrument. Like I'm always doing something, but I wish I could take like 2 days, 3 days and just go through and listen to every single instrument's sound so that I could be like, that's a glockenspiel. That's a trumpet. Kind of like, I love dogs, obviously. And one of the big things I did when I was growing up was I would read through and I tried to memorize the breeds of dogs. Am I autistic? Anyway, no, I refuse. We can do that for stream. Dancy, I think so. Okay. In the remake, the song was changed to Inky's Whimsy to reflect the changes in the boss. Even though the music between the original and the remake are very identical, I chose the original just because I feel the instrumentation is stronger. Okay, cool. Let's check it out. That's that theme. Ba, beep, ba, 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 ba. It's very heavy. Oh, sorry. So let's say, but before the track ends out. So the one thing that I sort of, well, a couple different ideas. So one idea is the fact that essentially it's not doing all that much. Like it is because there's a lot of layering and a lot of instruments, right? But it's not necessarily, it's kind of a static piece for the most part, because then the middle section comes in and that's slightly different and it kind of changes and deviates. And then it resets back to that, that original motivic idea with the tossing of the themes, right? So it is very heavy, and you do get obviously that like Inky's blade. You hear the like mech, you hear the kind of trudging along of it. I do think that it's interesting because it has momentum in its rhythm, but it is kind of static in its melodic identity. And I think that that's kind of an interesting thing because it moves and it does a thing, but it also is also stable because the thing that's happening over top is the melody, and the melody is not really changing, and it's obviously not a melodic piece. It doesn't necessarily take us on a journey so much as it is like a piece that is showcasing a specific point in time. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's definitely like a place and time track, and I think the things I said stand. It's fine. Hunter of Darkness, post game remix of Inky's Boss. Okay. Okay, cool. So remix of the normal game's boss was changed to an owl mecha. Oh, the post game's boss had become Typhoon Owl Mecha, piloted by unnamed ghost number 358. Oh, you made it up. Okay. Let's listen. What the fuck? It's crazy. But see, that's interesting because so is this theoretically post game remix of Inky's Boss? So it's interesting how actually adding the extra movement there in the electric guitar actually adds a little bit more characterization to it. Weirdly, you know what I mean? We have characterization in the prior one because of the brass, I think, and obviously there's plenty of momentum in it as well. There it is. And there. What's up, Excalibur? It's cool, actually, how the remix of this kind of dials it up, even though it retains the structure of the previous one. By dialing it up and adding the double bass drum and all that other stuff, I would still say that it's a pretty, like, okay, if I was presenting this to a non-gamer, let's say, who is a musician, I would say that they would probably say that this is still kind of simple in the sense that it just sort of repeats itself and it doesn't necessarily, like, really do anything, even though it, like, obviously specifically features... It's specifically for a boss fight, like just purely looking at it from out of context, right? Just purely from the sake of looking at it as a piece of music, which is what we want to do here for the most part. Obviously I understand because I'm a gamer. So like, I understand like context and the application of the music and why those two things exist, right? And why they need to exist. I think it's fun. I think it's fun. I mean, it's cool to hear it in this sort of like dialed up version where it definitely is different. It definitely is different. And yet this one's actually more interesting to me because of the extra elements in it. It's also cleaner, but the extra elements really add a certain layer of like enjoyability, if that makes sense. Post game Barcelona. That's funny. And don't get me wrong, I mean, the tension in this this classic like horror, you know, scary. I love the heft in it. Yeah, it's fun. Overall, though, like, it was fun to listen. I actually love listening to, like, before and afters and kind of, like, how things evolve or change and whether or not you like this or like that. It's cool. Yeah. I those weren't my favorite pieces, and I kind of was pretty neutral on them. They're okay. But I like hearing how it evolves. And also too, like, I mean, again, it's like, it's a funny thing, isn't it? So this is about Inky, one of the ghosts from Pac-Man. And I'm over here like assessing whether or not A, I like the track, and B, what the intrinsic like things that are occurring in the track are. And at the end of the day, like, it's for a ghost from Pac-Man. Like it doesn't, it's not lost on me that that's kind of a silly thing to like, you know, like I'm like putting on like my serious musician hat, trying to like really think about what I feel about the piece. It's the ghost from Pac-Man. But I think that is still important though, right? Because we give by paying attention to a piece of music and thinking about it critically, objectively, subjectively, what have you, what we end up doing is actually respecting the piece more, regardless of whether or not it's liked or disliked, by deciding and having an opinion on a piece, not with the accompanying stuff, mind you, like for its own sake, I think is actually a massive like thing to do for, and maybe even a compliment, right? For a piece of video game music. Because how often do people play games and never think about the music that's being played? You know what I mean? Like, so it's important. It's important to have an opinion. It doesn't matter if you like or dislike it. What matters is that you have a feeling towards it, right? Because so often video game music is just in the background. But no one realizes that it's actually the scoop of ice cream on top of the pie. The pie is really good. The pie is great, but you need that extra sugar and that little bit of cream on top to really, really, really send it home. This is a banging piece of pie, you know? And that's why we do this. That's why we listen to music with a critical lens, with like no context necessarily, because it's important. You know what I mean? What the fuck is up? We'll just tell your mother. I'm hungry. I'm hungry too. All right, Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. Monster Hunter 3 is coming out next week. Oh, this is the main theme, Bonding Wins. I have to tell you, now, those of us, I haven't done my video on Monster Hunter Stories 3 yet. I will. I have, the main theme of Monster Hunter Stories 3 is divinity. Ba-dim-bum, bum-ba-da-dum-bum. You know, my hope, here's my hope. My hope is that Monster Hunter Stories becomes, now, I think it's been a real niche kind of game. My hope is Monster Hunter Stories 3 changes how people perceive Monster Hunter Stories, and it becomes the true companion game to Monster Hunter, where you play both. You know, you discover the beauty of the world, and then you play the more serious Monster Hunter game. But Monster Hunter Stories, my hope is that there is this balance where, you just, hey, Leo, what's up? So this is the main theme, Bonding Wins. I'm assuming that motif is in there. God, I love this motif so much. I may not talk during this one. See how it feels like it's flying through the air? You're flying through the sky. You hear it, right? Because of the legato. Because of the legato strings. See how beautiful that is? God. And then we pick up with the dum 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 dum. It's like right? Isn't that so amazing? You can't smile, not listen. You can't listen to that and not feel joy. You cannot. It's not possible. That is a cure for depression, seasonal. Like there's an energy in that is just so. It's because it's short. Like it's got this long, short balance, and it's just so. I'm gonna play it again without singing over it. But like, oh my God, it's just a delight. Listen to this. Oh. Come on, dude. It's like so good. Oh, fuck. My nipples are hard. That got me so excited. My God, what the fuck? Jesus. Oh, weird. What? Don't kink shame me. And it ends up being kind of like a dance, It ends up being kind of like a waltz, or it's not a waltz, but it ends up with the percussion sort of moving us. There's the energy in it, right? There's the propulsion, and there's there's a bit of a military sound, but it's just so. It's like ever so slight. It has that energy in it of dance, I said it as soon as I saw that. Okay, well, excuse me for saying the quiet part out loud, okay? I thought this is what you guys wanted. I thought you wanted your streamer to be a little bit weird, I'm trying to relate to you. But it seems to me like you guys are just going to shame me. Who am I doing this for? Just for me? I thought this was like a thing for everybody. But you come in here, I hear a beautiful motif, my nipples get hard, and then in chat, you got to be weird about it. It's fucking... It's a disproportionate response. See, and because it takes place in a different, in like a sort of exotic tribal area. Listen to the way strings go. Shop-a-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. And then it's all unison, da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 da, right? And it's just building on itself, so much emphasis, reprising that theme right there in the brass and the lower trombones. And then we come together, we focus up. Right? Here we go again. We go up for emphasis. Ah! It's so good. Oh my God. And then there's a little bit of a switch there where we change it up just a little bit. Again, it prolongs that feeling of tension and excitement. Ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum. I fucking love Monster Hunter, dude. Ugh. Fuck. It's so good. In any case, it's interesting, you know, I could see Mirai, like, I know why you like Monster Hunter Stories 3's main theme. It's a little bit more subtle. This one's definitely like bangs you over the head with it. You know, this is very much like, hey, bitch. You know, it's very like, hey, you know, very, very on the nose. But I think that there's charm in that for sure. But I could see why you would prefer. And frankly, I think MHS 3's music is that main theme particularly is a little bit more elegant. It's a little bit less in your face. But also I think like that also describes, again, right, because it's all about the scenario. Now I know earlier we have to take things at face value, but in the case of this. You know, this is a specific, I think it's specific due to the tribes, you know, MHS 3 based around like, you know, the kingdom and so on and so forth, you know, you wish you liked Monster Hunter. It's just not for me. Well, maybe you'll like Monster Hunter Stories 3. Get it for PC. Well, unless you want to lay down in bed and get it for Switch, but I you might like Monster Hunter Stories 3. There's also a demo available right now. And it's very refined. I personally actually was not a fan of Monster Hunter Stories 1 or 2. I mean, I played it for a couple hours and I put it down. But Stories is exactly turn-based RPG monster farter game. You might prefer it, and it could be a gateway drug into Monster Hunter proper. But the Stories games have a lot of heart, and it's all kind of the similar vibes. Monster farter. All right, we got some more Octopath Traveler. You could play this track while fishing in real life or in game, and The Sound of a Silent Killer, Clear Brook by the Pristine Waters, and On Knife's Edge. Oof. Wow. I love that. God. Hey, Vati. Such a like, actually, it's funny. I forgot to tell you guys. I actually wrote to Yasunori Nishiki. I friended him on Facebook. He accepted. What did he say? I don't know if I should read this out loud. Hold on. It wasn't inappropriate, obviously. He said something to the extent of, I visited your channel. Thank you so much for, I'm so happy that you featured my music. He said, I'll take it as motivation for my next compositions. So I just want you to know that the next Yasunori Nishiki OST that you hear will be good because I reached out to him and he said he would keep me in mind while he composed his future compositions. It's obviously a joke, but I thought that was very generous of him. So beautiful. It's just so nice, It's just so peaceful. You're right. You really could play that. And I love the combination of like that accordion sound with the conga. This is so excellent. It's pretty interesting too how the piano being the dominant source, especially in the upper register. I think having it be in the upper register is way more powerful than if it was in, like, obviously in the lower register or something, you know? And then the long sustained strings underneath too. And then, oh, okay, it didn't end where I thought it would. I love the tremolo on the strings. And then we go back up. Gorgeous. It's gorgeous in a scary way, isn't it? It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous that even like spooky or uncomfortable or like, you know, the horrible things that will happen next are still can still be beautiful even if they're uncomfortable. Hello. All right. Ace Combat X Skies of Deception Prelude. Continuing with Ace Combat this time. Heck with it. We're doing a piece from the first Ace Combat title that sent me down this rabbit hole or up the Latin skies. It may have been a portable one, but boy, does it hold up on its own, in its own way. After much deliberation, I went with this one. Wanted to grab one that uses the main motif. That's actually good because I would love to hear. Okay, so this is the main. This is Prelude from Ace Combat X. Wow. Oh, there's the motif right there underneath. Oh, thanks, penguins. I appreciate that so much. You know, it's kind of subtle, but it works, doesn't it? Yeah. That's really pretty. Really beautiful. I think it's pretty understated, to be honest. Like, it doesn't necessarily, I mean, it's a prelude, right? So like, it doesn't necessarily go into like the fullness that I would probably like, but it really, oh, it's true. It does sound like it's something out of Tekken for sure, but it was nice. It was nice. That was a really nice piece. Really nice piece. I'd love to hear more from Ace Combat X. For sure. So Overwatch, answering the call. We are so back. Overwatch is good. I've got it downloaded. It's in my rotation. It's in my rotation list. What's on my rotation list on? Deadlock, Guild Wars 2, Rainbow Six, Warframe, Overwatch, WoWa. That's my rotation category. Just a really, it's fine. You know, it's there when you want to play it. This is answering the call. Oops, sorry, hold on me. Wow. Huge build-up. Take it home, 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 take it home. Wow. Hey Montiero, how are you? Yeah, Adam Burgess really crushed that. That is so beautiful. That is so excellent. It's so nice. It's so rich. The build up in that, and really feeling like, you know, like this is the moment where I can really the descending down and then back up as we swell into the climax. There is divine. Hey, Super, this is actually specifically for Patreon, but good to see you too. Okay. Now we got 2 tracks from Memento Mori. The Sound of Bubbles, Aine, The Sound of Bubbles, English version, and Rusalka, the third, The Rain, English version. Aine is an introvert born with weak legs. Okay. But a musician with a harp changed her life forever and made her fall in love with music. Unfortunately, in the process of trying to be helpful to her hometown, she was used and destroyed it. Oh no. That's terrible. It's horrible news. Music will do that. There's the harp.
Sinking deep into the darkness, shadows fall upon my heart. I remember my hometown. The impossible's what I wish for, and the void it gouged in my chest. Even now it still remains. I don't think it'll ever mend, but it's okay, I'll let it stay this way. Always counting on my fingers all the reasons that forbid me from taking that one step. Weak and miserable, hating myself. It's the sound of days now long gone, melodies of warmth and hope, fleeting bubbles made of love. All the reasons why I wanted to keep you safe. My only wish is for you to find your peace, is for you to find your peace. Always praying for you to be somewhere safe and sound. I hope that you're happy where you are. I just wanted to say, when I heard the waters rippling, I knew how to find my way, and I owe it all to you. All these memories as clear as they can be.
Huh.
Oh, how beautiful, like bubbles from those days so long ago. Every sound, I love them so. Although I know I'll never hear it anymore, never hear it anymore. Always here inside my heart, I can feel it echoing. I can feel the warmth of glow. Though alone, I'll play it strong. Make it burst with every tone. All the happiness you want, may it always find a way. May it reach you where you
It's kind of fucked up though that like in the end she like ends up destroying her home, because like the whole point of the music there is like the sound of bubbles. like the sound itself is so relaxed and gentle and it I mean it sounds funny to say warm, but it is warm. Like there's a warmth in it. It's very like cozy, you know. It's just a nice song. So the fact that like this character ends up getting a total becoming super fucked up and like, you know, having all, again, mind you, she's got a weak body, you know, or she has weak legs, excuse me. you know, it's funny. Musician with a harp changed her life forever and made her fall in love with music. Unfortunately, in the process of trying to be helpful to her hometown, she was used and destroyed it instead. Like, fuck. But that music has to counter that experience in order for it to be more shocking, I think, you know? I don't know, it was nice. Rusalka, a born witch that was of a weak body. She never left her room. The only time she visited was when her brother, the only person that visited her was her brother. She loved talking and reading books with him every day, but one day she heard a knock on the door. Hoping it was her brother, she opened it, but saw him surrounded with witch hunters. They dragged her to the lake and tried to threw her in to drown. The last words she heard from her brothers was filthy witch. Was her brother's filthy witch? I always thought you were disgusting. I only visited you because our parents made me. I love how the instruments make this lament sound like it's played underwater with instruments breaking or obstructed by it. I'm weak, mom, spaghetti. I'm nervous. Oh, like the crickets.
Sky, nobody can describe this feeling, can't deny. Or are you blind to the likes of me? Feels like I'm alone, isolated in this world. Cold breeze just blowing past me by.
Oh.
Ignore, someone's knocking on my door, but I know I'm the only one who can stop the storm.
Wow.
Give me the dark, holding back memories of the days you and me. Just let it rain.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Into my eyes. Give me the light. Into my eyes. Give me the light.
Wow. Wow.
Memento Mori.
What the fuck? Oh, it's the... I was so, like, caught off. Yeah, I loved that. It was so unique. It was so unique. I loved the rhythm in it. I loved the sort of la 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 da dee da. It sure does sound like "Are You Going to Scarborough Fair?" That's true. But then the way it built, that was delicious. That one's getting a highlight. I really liked that piece. That one's getting a highlight for sure. Really, really enjoyed that. Just it was so immersive. I stopped thinking. You know, I just really enjoyed it immensely. Really enjoyed that one immensely. Mad Rat Dead, one of the many bops from this underrated game that is arguably the closest thing we'll ever get to a Sonic rhythm game. What? Sonic rhythm game? What do you mean? What is this? Mad what? What do you mean Sonic rhythm game? What? Oh, it's on Nintendo Switch. Wow. Oh my God. Loved that. Are you kidding? That was so much fun. Gold star. Just I want to hear more. Thank you. Speaking of Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, let's go to the Minecraft world. This racetrack act is as a trip. I love that song, Mad Rat Dead. I have nothing to say because it just was a bop, and the fact that it goes hard. It reminds me a lot of Proto Corgi, Imminencio Dangeroso. I forget what it's called. But it was just so much fucking fun. All right. The racetrack acts as a tribute to Minecraft as a whole, so it leads the driver through the overworld, nether, and finally the end. First lap is Conforming Memories. Nether is Pig Step. Final lap is Infinite Amethyst, and the end is Broken Heart of Ender from Minecraft Dungeons. Oh, yeah. The random banjo in the back. Wow, dude, what? Oh my god. Oh boy, it's big step. Wow. It's a little... it's like the tiniest bit loud. I like that. I like the callback there, Circle. Yeah, I definitely. You know what I'll say? I like that it was. I think it would have served. It would have served me better. See, notice how I really like the pig step. So I actually love covers. I just don't get to do them very much on the computer, on the channel, just because of the nature of covers that can be a little bit precarious. But as you can tell, like there's yeah, I wish that I had heard these like out like in a like in the original form, and then go back and like listen to the remix because I think I would like it more. Remixes are funny. They can be super cool, but if they take too many liberties off of the original qualities, you can kind of lose the. It's hard. It's almost like you need a frame of reference with covers sometimes. But I did enjoy that though. But anything Cross Worlds I really like, so it was cool. Astaroth Battle with the Fallen Angel from Shadow Heart's Covenant. This is probably one of the best and most unique battle themes that Mitsuda's ever written. Apparently, the lyrics are from Indonesian folk song called Bunga Seroya. Bunga Seroya. Okay, let's check it out. Yeah, totally. Have I heard this before? I don't know. Wow. Wow. You know what's interesting? Sorry, I don't necessarily think that this song is necessarily sexy. Like, I don't necessarily think that it has the, like, a certain degree of pull. Like, it doesn't feel like it has, like, pull to me, like, that it would necessarily enrapture someone. I'm just thinking out loud. But maybe I'm wrong, because I really like it. And I'm thinking to myself, whenever I listen to tracks, I'm like, well, would a non-gamer want to listen to this? And I think they would probably start to tune out. But it is also extremely unique and like definitely a track that, like, should be heard. I never even knew it existed. It's just so interesting because it has gravitas, it has body, you know. so unique. It has so much gravitas and so much emphasis on it. It's so cool. I definitely want to play that for somebody and just see what they say. It was a really unique track. Metroid Other M. Recently finished playing Metroid Other M with the retranslation patch. It was quite fun. It was quite a fun character action game, especially in hard mode, and the story was also rather interesting. It really doesn't deserve its horrible reputation in the West, so I wanted to share this track from the game that I believe is quite beautiful. Okay, this track is called Staff Credits. Let's listen. Whoa. Wow. That's really beautiful. It's so sci-fi. You know, the twinkling horns and wow. Wow. Oh my god. Da, 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 da. Yeah. It's definitely got Star Wars, any sort of space opera right off the bat. It's really good. You know, it's just got that vibe down so immaculately. It really is delightful to listen to. You know, meanders, it's all about like the stars and the planets. I mean, it's like, it's not, I mean, I think that's really nice. God, that was so pretty. Oof, so beautiful. I really thought that was very pretty. Like it there's just a brilliance to it. You know what I mean? Like the meandering makes sense. It feels like you're going on a journey. It's beautiful. Jester's Judgment from Demon Tides. How can you make Demon's Turf OST cooler? Add 2 mellow to riff on the bass. Fat Bard already built last game. Let's check it out. Underrated 3D platformer right here. Same dev that's making the Bubsy for 4D remake.
Yo, can't capture, you have to live with my wish. To see it to an end with a spin, clutch face in the wind, hush hate with a grin. But ain't no funny when I ego trip. Bust a shot to the sky, hoping you gon' slip. I crash heroes, lost column that's 0. I backhand you, nuke you to reprimand you. I can't stand you, dancing around my milieu with a million ways to kill you. Trying new way to shock me, I seen it all. Blocks and locks and had trigger days trying to box me. Losing socks, I luxuriate under pressure. Won't blink in a lesser. Mad professor, my style, my colors, my wiles, my guile. All you are is agile. I spin, I smirk, I win. You dance, you dodge again. My enemy, my rival. How sweet is pure survival. I die, I smile, I sneer. You swear your end is near. I smirk, I win. You dance, you dodge again. My enemy, my rival. How sweet is pure survival. I die, I smile, I sneer. You swear your end is near. My friend, let's play. Your journey is today.
Absolutely. So good. Yeah, Demon Tide's horribly underrated, horrifically underrated, but incredible tech and just like such a good... I played the demo. I also received a key from the dev, and I just haven't had time to sit down and play it, which sucks because I genuinely think it's really cool, and I'm just not like in a 3D platformer phase. I was, and I wasn't. It's just fucking awesome. Love that track. Thank you, Ivy. Definitely want to hear more. Really, 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 really awesome. Our Steps to the Night, the Banner Saga 2. Different shade of the Banner Saga series, not as complex as the last piece, but it really sets the mood for the story in the second game. Árstorir is an Icelandic folk chamber pop band. Also, this is the MV version, so you can skip the last 30 seconds. That's just the credits. Okay, cool. Just excellent. It's definitely one of those pieces that, you know, like I just had a whole experience that I can't articulate to you because, well, I can't. Nothing I can say about that will actually like it's just one of those pieces that like washes over you and you really like contemplate your existence with. Yeah. That one's definitely a good non-gamer one. And also just like a friendly reminder that yeah, this is beautiful. Sorry, I'm like, that really like caught me off guard. It's so beautiful. Wow. Well, that was the the music portion of this stream, and it was excellent. Honestly, today was a great day in Music Land. Great day for music. Yeah, just beautiful. I think we're gonna hang around for a little while and play some Slay the Spire. You guys are welcome to stay or go. It's totally up to you. But just a little bit of Slay the Spire just to round out my Friday afternoon. Yeah. Be a fun evening. Boop. 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 Absolutely. Thank you for stopping by. Where's the game? Oh. Yesterday, Lenny and I got pretty far. I was so upset. The final boss had like 15 HP. I was super mad. Like, it was so close. The multiplayer is genius, actually. It's so easy to hop into a multiplayer situation. Just very easy to just start one up. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. So let's go in for some single player, though. I'm gonna go ahead and try the Silent. Deal 10 damage, put 2 random cards from your discard pile into your hand. Transformed cards become a random card at any rarity. Remove 2 cards from your deck, take 13 damage. Why would I do that? We'll do this one. Alright. Go here. Actually, I wasn't able to listen to the music yesterday, so oh. I really don't hear people talk about the music of Slay the Spire. See you, Tom. Bum, beam, bum, beam. Energy gain 2. What is that? 2. Oh, energy. Draw 1 card. If you draw a skill, gain 3 block. Add 3 shivs into your hand. Exhaust. Draw 3 cards. Discard 1 card. Draw 1 card. If you draw a skill, gain 3 block. Shiv. This is a roguelike. I have not played Demon Turf, no. Yep. I know this is a glass cannon, so I'm trying to always have it sorted. 11? Fuck. There we go. Deal 6 damage. Gain 6 block. Add 1 shiv to your hand. Slice. I have 100. At the start of your turn, add 1 shiv into your hand. If you have no attacks in your hand, draw 2 cards. I don't have that. Apply 5 poison. Ooh. Deal 7 damage to all enemies. Sure. Thick underbrush and making it to a clearing. You hit with an unplaceable nostalgia. Mix of floral scents, putrid decay, and something else entirely sick or stronger. Really should overcome with a sense of shifting chaos. You begin to lose your sense of self. Upgrade or transform of any rarity. Sure. Turn it to malaise. What was malaise? Enemy loses X strength, apply X weak. Okay. I'm gonna take the easy route all the way to the... A sharp pain is felt at the top of your head, and a thought stabs into your mind. Choose 1 of 5 random cards. Yeah. Choose 1 of 5. Gain 4 block next turn. Yeah, this one. Dodge and roll, for sure. It's a bit more. There's more. I mean, it's similar but different. So that, you know, there's a bit of variety for sure. Also, what's up, Verve? Let's do. Add 4 shivs. You defeat a pair of Guardian Kin and make your way into the protective vault. Heal. Alright, we'll do this. Debuff. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh man, so close. Easy. Discard any number of cards, then draw that many. Oh wow, okay. Discard 3 cards, draw 3 cards, discard 1, apply 2 weak, gain 11 block. Yeah, this one. I mean, I love a blocked silent build. Yeah, this is fun. In co-op, you have to like you do a rock paper scissors to see who gets the. Regular enemy combatants are no longer encountered in question mark moves. Really? Self-help book. Top 3 ways to conquer the spire. Let's read the back, and we will deal 5 damage and apply 1 weak. Sure. You spot an aged statue half submerged in the pond. Something was also glittering at the bottom of the pond. Ooh, obtain the sword of stone. What does this do? Transforms into a powerful relic after defeating 5 enemies. Oof. Okay, so it won't happen before the... Unless I... No, I can't. Block on its turn. Six damage. I should... Why are they trying to bait me on Twitter? I don't know, dude. Because they don't like that I have any sort of opinion about something. It's okay. It's like really stupid. It all started because one guy basically, so Hoyoverse was like the #1 most listened to music in North America, which is, I mean, great, right? Like I have no issue with that. And then, oops. And then, so someone said, basically someone was like, look at this, Marco. And then I saw it. And then they're just that particular fan base on Twitter is horrible. And that was it. I mean, that's really kind of it, to be honest. And we'll discard this. And then we'll do this. Exter, yeah. 6. Dude, the co-op, I just did it yesterday. This is like a game that I see myself co-oping a lot. It's so fun co-op. We almost finished yesterday. Yeah, most of the fan bases on Twitter are bad. Whether it's like the hardcore gamers or whatever. It's so much fun to do co-op now. Apply 2 weak. 6 damage. Okay. 12 damage. Okay. 6 damage. Defend. I should boost one of these. Fine. 5 block. 5 damage. More poison. Should be it. The fact that you have to rock paper scissors too for like who gets the relic. Gain 4 block, deal 7 damage to all enemies. Oh. I knew this game was coming, so I really wanted to be in the front door. Oh, 5 elite? Oh my god, okay. I suppose. It transforms into a powerful relic after defeating 5 elites. Yeah, you should wait for a sale, because, I mean, there's a lot of variety already, but, you know. Oh, that wasn't a good card to grab. I don't see the point in rushing. I was just excited, but... I mean, this is the kind of game that has, like, what, unlimited replayability. Alright. One status card. 2 status cards. 3, 4. Okay. Let me see if I can't get rid of this guy first. Oh, dodge and roll. Damn. Fuck. Let's see. Just get rid of that guy. That poison should clear front guy. And I'll be able to heal, so I'll be good for the boss. There's that. Okay, perfect. Okay. 17, and then let's do... Oh. Deal 12 damage. The next skill you play costs 0. Yeah. Campfire. Let's rest. Alright, we're ready to go. Fuck. The next 9 times he loses HP, it only loses 1 HP instead. That's fucking terrible news. Shit. 9 times? Ugh. If I get the shivs. 9 damage? Oh, 7 damage, okay. Six times 2. 12? Okay. Alright. Three more. 11 block. That's good. Alright. Okay. Oh! And 3 status cards? Shit. Damn. Okay. Oh, he resets. So it's going to use a buff. Okay, wait. So I need to apply weak, apply poison, apply strike. All right, finally. All right, here we go. Now we're playing. Okay. Let's do block. $21 now. Shit, that's bad. Big chunk. Oh my god. Woo! Oh my god, this could be it! Oh god! Do I have 11 block at least? I do, okay. Shit. Oh man, no way! Alright, well this is a reset, so that's good. Poison, neutralize. Gain 8 block. Discard this. Oh man, this is bad. 25? What's the other card? Oh yeah, I'm okay. Fuck. Damn it. At least I got an epoch though. Okay. No, there's one more. Oh, the Regent has arrived. Don't think I didn't see the most recent Twitter post? Bro. I didn't do anything. Regent is weird. Oh, Limbus. Oh yeah, I'm considering it. Okay, so then I unlock these. I mean, there's a lot of game here, even just this. Beat Act 3 3 times. Oof. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for, of course, another great Friday, and we'll see you next week. Next week, Monday and Tuesday will either be Resident Evil 7 or it'll be Ocarina of Time. So I will keep you posted. I think it's going to probably be Resident Evil 7, but we'll see. All right. See you guys later.